Hi all, in this video we will try to understand some more features of Mrigashira Nakshatra. So Mrigashira Nakshatra has a power to give fulfillment. It has the power to give fulfillment. So its symbolism has extension above and weaving below. It is another symbolism of Mrigashira Nakshatra. Extension above and weaving below. So this is obviously a representation of a fabric which is undergoing the weaving process. So there is an energy of fulfillment also coming into the picture when you try to talk about the Mrigashira energy, the artistic qualities, the seeking and searching qualities, and also the sensitive qualities. And another thing is the energy of fulfillment is also present in Mrigashira Nakshatra, we can say. So if we take this particular fabric which is undergoing through a weaving process, it's to be the fabric of life, you can say, right? So then Mrigashira is the structure and principles which create beauty in the frustrated life of in the frustrated process of life or whatever. It creates some beauty, it adds beauty. Wherever a Mrigashira energy person is present, he is going to add some kind of sensible humor, some kind of entertainment, a kind of jovial nature, a kind of beauty, right? So it may not be very great beautiful thing, but it is going to be a kind of a sensitive beauty, you can say, right? So Mrigashira is actually a positive energy oriented nakshatra, you can clearly say, right? It's a good nakshatra. The energy is good totally. The only thing is, if they have some problems, let us say Mrigashira energy is giving some kind of problem. What kind of problem it can give? It can give the mental struggle, right? It is not going to give problems to others. That is one important positive thing here. It is going to give the problems only to the native. The Mrigashira energy people don't hurt others much, right? They don't hurt others much. Maybe they get hurt because of their they want so much of, they are into so much of searching and seeking. So basically they may get hurt because of running after so many things and finally getting one, and all this mental struggle is of the Mrigashira native. But Mrigashira native would not hurt others. That kind of energy is always present. The only problem when it comes to marriage life is it's because Mrigashira energy, it requires a kind of seeking nature. So it is obviously seeking and searching for new things, right? So for betterment. So there comes these people may get attracted to different women or different people, and there the kind of the problems may come. But otherwise it's a very sensitive and sensible, it's a good nakshatra totally. So they may not give much attention to their partner, but of course they get attention from their partner. That is one positive thing. And see, it is a passive nakshatra. Its passivity relates to a strong awareness of others. That is one thing, right? So Mrigashira usually doesn't have the spotlight on itself and has its attention concentrated on the outside most of the times. So in a way, it is a passive nakshatra in in relation to the dynamics of itself. So there is no much concentration on self basically. That is why they run after so many things and they don't take care about themselves, right? So if it is an active nakshatra, let us say it is taking care of itself more, then the problem comes. So whenever the problem comes, whenever it is in so much of searching and seeking, then it can understand, okay, the problem, so there is a mental pain, there's a mental struggle you're going through, so let's stop the searching and seeking now, let's stop the running after different things, right? If it is a self-oriented nakshatra, but it is not a self-oriented nakshatra, so it may not take care of itself, right? So even if it is running after so many things, even if it is doing a lot of searching and seeking, it is not able to concentrate on self more. If it is able to concentrate on self more, then yes it can resolve the problems. But the main thing is, even though it is running after so many things and it is taking a lot of pressure, it is moving out of the comfort zone, or it is doing so many activities, it is unable to understand that, the energy is unable to understand that the problem is not concentrating on the self, right? If it is able to concentrate on self and it is able to avoid so much of searching and going after so many things, then yes, the problems can be, most of the times the problems can be resolved very much easily, right? So it is a kind of farmer kind of energy is also present in the Mrigashira energy. In ancient times, Mrigashira was often related to artisans, agricultural workers also, right? So it is a neutral nakshatra at the same time when you consider the gender of this particular nakshatra, right? So every nakshatra is generally treated as a feminine energy. Every nakshatra has some feminine energy, but if you go more deeper, then you can understand, you can segregate them into male, female and neutral also. So Mrigashira is a kind of neutral nakshatra. Is basically it has a kind of hermaphrodite energy, right? That is one important thing, and has the ability to, because see, it has the ability to function both as male and the female, right? That is where this neutrality is coming into the picture here. It can behave both like a female and a male, because see here, a strong, who is a ruler, planetary ruler of Mrigashira, is Mars, and the Mrigashira influenced by the Soma more, right? It's a moon based energy, it's a feminine energy. Mars is a male energy. So both energies, it can take any of these energies. It can act as a male, it can also act as a female. Both energies are embedded here, right? So that is where this neutrality is coming into the picture. So instead of saying neutral, you can say dual. Why don't let's say dual, right? So this particular dual functioning is very much clear here, right? The dual functioning. One is the moon here, a Soma, as a female version, and also Ma Parvati always comes into the picture whenever you talk about Mrigashira Nakshatra. Ma Parvati comes into the picture. So you can also see the Mars energy here, and also Moon's energy, the Parvati energy is coming into the picture. So female and male kind of energies are present in this particular nakshatra. So if you consider the body parts where Mrigashira energy is very much prominent, body parts related to Mrigashira energy. The eyes, eyebrows are the body parts related to this particular nakshatra. Basically, eyes and eyebrows, Mrigashira, right? So it is in the Ayurveda, it is considered as a Pitta nakshatra. Pitta means the fiery nature, right? So Pitta nakshatra, you can clearly see it is the birthplace of Martian energy, because Mrigashira, Chitra and then Dhanishta is the order of the Mars nakshatras. So a seed of the Mars energy is Mrigashira, whereas the flower of the Mars energy is Chitra, and then fruit of Mars energy is Dhanishta. So basically Mrigashira is a kind of seed. It's a seed energy is present here, right? So Mars is a Pitta planet. It's a fiery planet. Pitta means fiery, the fiery nature. Mars is full of fire, right? So you need to keep in mind that Mrigashira's fiery quality is not fierce or hurtful, right? The fiery quality of Mrigashira is not going to hurt anybody, right? As we have been discussing so much about Mrigashira, in every place Mrigashira is a kind of, it's a soft. People are very much, they're passionate, they're very nice, they have very social behavior, they are very good sense of humor, they have some interest in arts like music or dance, right? It's kind of the behavior is also very sweet or kind of, right? So it's a good nakshatra. So there is no fiery nature at all. The fiery quality is not hurtful. That is the one important thing. The fire. So even a great artist has some fire in him, but it doesn't mean that he's going to hurt others, right? The fire can be utilized in a very very good way in arts, if you observe, right? So you can relate this fire, even if you want to cook food, you want fire. So that fire is not so harmful. That fire is useful to cook your food, right? Or even if you want to digest your food that you already had, then you need some fire inside your stomach, the digestive fire, you can say, right? So that digestive fire is also needed that to digest your food, right, in your stomach. So clearly the fire is very it's a positive energy here. The Mrigashira fire is very positive. And then let's try to understand different padas of Mrigashira, how different padas of Mrigashira people behave. If you see the first pada of Mrigashira energy, that ranges from 23 degree 20 minutes of Taurus to 26 degree 40 minutes of Taurus. So in the Navamsha chart, so if any planet is present in the Mrigashira first pada in your Rashi Chakra or birth chart, then in the Navamsha Chakra the same planet will go to the Leo sign, right? It will go to the Leo sign. Mrigashira first pada in the birth chart or Rashi Chakra belongs to the Leo sign in the Navamsha Chakra. Of course, there is a sun's energy in the Navamsha present. So Mrigashira Nakshatra first pada, it relates to the fixed and unyielding side of Mrigashira, right? So it has the ability to express its experiences through creative and artistic activities. A very creative and artistic, you can say this, right? So that is the energy here mainly. The Mrigashira first pada energy is very much creative, very much artistic. So there's a fixed side of Mrigashira, there's an unyielding side of Mrigashira, that is the negative part of Mrigashira first pada. You see the second pada, it ranges from 26 degree 40 minutes to 30 degrees of Taurus. and in the Navamsha it will go to Virgo. So whenever a planet is present in the Mrigashira second pada in the Rashi Chakra, it will go to the Virgo sign in the Navamsha Chakra, right? So you can see the Mercury energy is coming into the picture in the Rashi, in the Navamsha Chakra, right? So this pada, basically the second pada, the Mrigashira second pada, it represents the discrimination abilities, calculative abilities, satirical qualities, the humorous side of Mrigashira. So Mrigashira second pada people, they are, if you have Mrigashira second pada energy, you can see the person is a bit humorous, he's an entertainer, he's also calculative, he's satirical, right? It's a bit interesting and entertaining, right? Mrigashira second pada. So the conversational behavior and the strong mental ability of Mrigashira energy is more evident in the Mrigashira second pada. The conversational ability and also the mental ability, the strong mental ability they have. They're very good in academics generally. Mrigashira second pada energy people, so they're good. Basically, they are humorous, they are entertaining, they have a conversational strength, they have a good mental ability they have. So the fusing of the planetary energies here, clearly we can understand a kind of mercurial energy, Venusian energy are combined here, right? It's a positive thing. Mrigashira second pada is really excellent, right? It's good. So it's good. Basically, Mrigashira second pada is really nice. So the third pada, if you observe, it ranges from 0 degrees of Gemini to 3.20 degrees of Gemini, that is 3 degree 20 minutes of Gemini. And whenever a planet is present in the Mrigashira third pada in your Rashi Chakra or birth chart, then it will go to the Libra in the Navamsha Chakra. So in the Navamsha, Venus energy is coming more here. So if you understand the first pada, so this is the first pada of Mrigashira, which is actually falling in the Gemini, in the sign of Gemini, right? So Mrigashira third pada is the pada which is actually starting the Gemini energy, right? So the emphasis here is on sociability, right? So it's exploring the mental side of all types of relationships. It's a sociability, and also Gemini is it's an interesting sign itself. The energy is it is really related to a kind of social nature, and at the same time it tries to explore the mental side of all types of relationships. It's very interesting, a kind of a different behavior you can observe in the Mrigashira third pada, right? The behavior is a bit different, the people are a bit different. It's interesting at the same time, the social ability they have, but at the same time a bit different energy is present here. So just like the second pada, here also a fusing of Mercury and Venus is happening, because in the Navamsha, Libra is coming into the picture where Venus energy is shown, and in the Rashi Chakra Mrigashira 3, which is falling in the Gemini, ruled by Mercury. So mercurial energy is present here, the fusion of these two energies you can see here. So on a whole, this pada is more airy in nature, if you understand, because Mrigashira 3 in the Rashi Chakra, it is the Gemini, right? So which is an airy sign, and also Libra in the Navamsha, which is also another airy sign. So much of airy energy. So it is airy energy. So because of that airy energy, it cannot give much material success generally, but they may gain something, but there's a kind of it's an airy energy, so even though they earn a lot, they may spend a lot also, kind of, right? Or even they may get some people in their life to spend their money a lot, right? So the fourth pada, if you observe the Mrigashira fourth pada, is actually ranging from 3 degree 20 minutes of Gemini to 6 degree 40 minutes of Gemini. So whenever a planet is present in Mrigashira fourth pada, it will go to the Scorpio sign in the Navamsha. Of course, Scorpio sign is ruled by Mars. So this particular fourth pada, it relates to the intellectual, the argumentative, the suspicious, the flaky, the whimsical part of this particular nakshatra. So by discussing Mrigashira nakshatra, we understood it's a bit, people are a bit suspicious. That's the Mrigashira fourth pada people basically. Because Mars is coming into the picture, see the hidden nature of Scorpio is coming into the picture, because in the Navamsha chakra, you can see the Mrigashira 4 in the Mrigashira 4, the Gemini, which is representing the Scorpio in the Navamsha. So Scorpio is all about the hidden things, the suspicious nature, hiding some of the things. There's a kind of argumentative nature is also coming into the picture here, right? So this kind of energy you can expect from Mrigashira 4. So this pada is not as superficial as the Mrigashira third. Of course, Mrigashira third is not so good for material success, but it tends to over intellectualize matters. So over intellectualizing matters, rather than going into the root of the subject, they try to over intellectualize the matters, right? So that is one thing you can expect. And so most of the negative qualities of Mrigashira find expression through this pada basically. That's one of the negative things of Mrigashira 4. So much of whatever negative qualities you see in Mrigashira nakshatra energy, those negative qualities you can find in Mrigashira 4. But of course, in the present society, sometimes you may find these negative qualities are very much helpful. So it can function wisely only in evolved souls, right? It may be very good for spirituality, you can say, or for hidden sciences, for research, or a kind of you can say even studying the occult sciences, right? So for that also it's a bit interesting. This pada Mrigashira 4 is a bit it's more into a kind of spiritual side. It is opening a kind of spiritual side, a kind of kundalini related energy. This kind of it's just a seed basically. That kind of energies it can open up, right? So that is the behavior of Mrigashira 4, you can say. And you can find Mrigashira is all about artists. Art is, so if you talk about the professions related to Mrigashira energy, is all singers, musicians. Music is they love music a lot basically. Mrigashira energy people, they generally love music. They can also become artists. They are humorous because they can play jokes very nicely. They got a very nice sense of humor. That's very interesting. Even painters, poets, romantic novelists, writers, right, thinkers, seekers, these are all related to Mrigashira energy only. So much of art you can find in Mrigashira, the fashion designers, even so much of whatever art, any kind of art, any kind of artist, can fall in Mrigashira energy. So even they seek something new, they love so many things. So they can also love animals and pets sometimes. So they are social, so so salespersons of all kinds, you can say. Their energies are very good, they're positive. Even the gardeners, the farmers, uh, the real estate developers, because Mars is coming into the picture here, because Mrigashira planetary ruler is Mars. Even if they become real estate developers or whatever, they can talk very nicely, they can entertain the people very nicely, they know how to talk, what to talk, they know how to respect the people also. So even teachers, psychics, astrologers, right? Mainly if you go to the Mrigashira fourth pada, they can become psychics also, they can understand so this kind of things as well, right? So this is about the professions, you can say. And if you want to find the energy of Mrigashira, you can just go to a forest. There you can go to fields, villages, small towns, wherever artistic places. There also you can find Mrigashira energy. The gardens, music, places of music, all these arts and sensitive places, soft places, very nice places, humorous places, right? Energy is very much nice, right? Such kind of places you can also find. Even the music studios, small shops, cute shops, nice markets, nice gardens, um, in all these places, right? Even in a beautiful footpath, you can find the Mrigashira energy there, right? So that is about the Mrigashira energy. So we'll try to talk more about this Mrigashira Nakshatra in some other video. Thanks for watching this video.